What's up, Team No T, and welcome back. Hey, I'm here for a good time and not a long time. We're going to talk about Section 31. That is the movie, the Star Trek movie. And y'all know how I feel about Star Trek. That is starring our fave, Michelle Yeoh. She's reprising her role as Emperor Philippa Georgiou from the Star Trek Discovery era of Star Trek. Now, this is not set deep in the future, further in the future like Discovery is. This one is when Emperor Georgiou was sent back in time. We learn what she was doing with her time. We also see how she gets called back in to the pool of Starfleet and the Federation. I've been seeing the hubbub online. I've seen all of the reviews, the Rotten Tomato scores. The reviews have been less than stellar for this Star Trek entry, to say the least. But I said, let me put my little stank on it. Let me put what my season that shit up Tasha way. The question is, what were we expecting to receive out of this Star Trek movie? And the synopsis for the movie says that it is Emperor Philippa Georgiou is tasked with protecting the United Federation of Planets. She must also face the sins of her past. Did the movie deliver on what it said it was giving us? Yes, it did. How we got there was probably a little messy. It definitely a little messy. Was it different than other Star Trek that we've seen in the past? Sure, it was different. It gave Star Trek's version of Guardians of the Galaxy, which is what they said they were trying to go for. Did it feel rushed in places? Absolutely. 100%. But for what this movie is, Star Trek Section 31, we should not be expecting from a Section 31 movie the same thing that we were expecting from a regular crew going on a mission. Like we've seen Kirk, we've seen multiple iterations of Kirk going on missions. We've seen Jean-Luc Picard going on missions in movies. I believe that this movie needed to be different than anything that we've seen in it with those two captains. And the reason why I feel it should be so different is because Section 31, the unit within Star Trek, is so different. This movie is about the darker side of Starfleet. And yes, they gave it to us in a light-hearted way, but if they would have been heavy-handed, these reviews would have been even more heavy-handed than what we've seen over the last few days. I think right now as we speak, or as I'm speaking, the Rotten Tomato score is like at 24% because this is different. Would it be something that a person who is uninitiated into Star Trek could kind of get into? Absolutely, because they don't know any of the lore. What they see is what they get. And sometimes, just sometimes, this is what we need with our new Star Trek stuff. We need to bring in a newer, younger, different audience to put the franchise in a different direction so that it stands the test of time. Because one thing for sure and two things for certain, it was completely different than anything I've ever seen in Star Trek. It also shows how some species will reject the Starfleet way of life. It also shows that anybody can be redeemed. You know, seeing how Georgiou got to be the emperor and how she changed under the influence of the regular universe outside of the mirror universe, and how her arc has been completed. She has atoned for some of the things that she's done in the past. That is Star Trek. So if you were expecting a huggy feely Star Trek movie, we're not getting that, okay? That's not what we're getting out of Section 31, and that's not what we should have walked into Section 31 expecting. This is a unit that is known for doing the stuff that Starfleet doesn't want to do. This is the unit that you send in to do the dirty work. So of course the characters are going to be different than what we are used to seeing in Star Trek. That doesn't mean that it's bad. All the exposition and some of, like I said, the rushed pace of the movie, because we got a movie that was supposed to be a series that they've now condensed from probably 8 hours to less than two. So yeah, it's messy. It's messy. This is not something that I think that they should have ever tried to put on the big screen. And guess what? They didn't. They threw this movie right on Paramount Plus. So for a TV movie that is made for Paramount Plus, that was supposed to be a series, because all of a sudden the star of your what was supposed to be series, she became an Academy Award winner, and she's getting pulled all over Hollywood. And I'm glad for Michelle Yeoh. I don't think that we should judge Section 31 so harshly. I do believe that they could have put out a more polished movie, but was it the unmitigated disaster that a lot of people are saying that it is? I don't think so. Actually, on a scale from 1 to 5, my regular scale for Star Trek things, I would probably give this one a 2.75. It was fun. There was a lot of action, but that is what you get Michelle Yeoh for. You don't get Michelle Yeoh for her heartfelt conversations. You get her for her action and for the way that she will eat through a scene, make her presence felt on that screen. That's what you get Michelle Yeoh for. And I think we got Michelle Yeoh things from Michelle Yeoh. So yay. And we also got Hope. I don't know how many other people are hoping, but we also got hope for more from some of these characters. And I do hope to see them again in the future of Star Trek. I don't think this was that bad. I know everybody is going to be like, oh, Tasha, you just trying to be different or contrary to everybody else. I really didn't feel that badly about this movie. I'm almost afraid to say, let me know what you thought down in the comments below. While you're there, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn your notifications on if you like this type of commentary. But yeah, I didn't feel that bad about this movie. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and I will see you in the next one. Peace. Every click, every share, y'all make us fly. Together we shine brighter than the sky. From shoutouts to comments, we see every word. Y'all the reason Tasha's voice gets heard. Subscribers growing, lighting up the day. With your support, we'll never fade away. Thank you, Unwrap family. Keep us strong, keep us strong. Your love and your faith help us move along, help us move along. Every click, every share, y'all make us fly, y'all make us fly. Together we shine brighter than the sky, brighter than the sky. Roll call for the peeps who keep it alive. Patron super chats all here on the drive. Tasha got the mic, but you fuel the vibe. This channel's a party and y'all keep it live.
Monthly supporters, give y'all a cheer. Live stream energy, you bring the gear. Every episode's magic, cause of y'all's touch.